Hey everybody, Christian and Michael here. You may remember me from such failed YouTube attempts as the Money Mailbag and C, the 973 story. I really wouldn't classify the 973 story as a failure as much as a giant steaming pile of dog crap. Or I thought it was funny, and looking back at those videos the other day, no. I'm surprised my girlfriend's still with me because I'm pretty sure she saw those, and it's kind of bad. But I'm not going to remove them from YouTube. Why? I'm sure there's more embarrassing shit of me on the internet anyway. Anyway, in case you're wondering what I'm doing here now, I'm going to start reviewing wrestling figures, just like everybody else in the known universe. But I've been watching a lot of reviews on figures on the internet lately. Guys like Glenn Webb, Grimm's Toy Show, Matt Goldberg, all do stellar jobs. And I said, hey, why the heck not me? What you're not going to see from me is all the fancy editing and graphics and all the other stuff that makes their videos look nice. I'm just going to sit here and talk in front of my iPhone for a few minutes while I review figures. Hopefully you enjoy them. If not, I'll notice because no one will be watching them and I'll stop in due time. Really, the reason why I decided to start reviewing figures is because I've been collecting a lot of them recently. It's just really started to get into the Mattel line of WWE figures, which I really have to admit, even their basics are really, really done well. Jakks had the line previously, and outside of the Jakks classics, the likenesses and just the bodies and anything you can think of, they weren't really done very well. And so, Mattel is, even, like I said earlier, even on the basics, the likenesses and the details paid to the figures are just, it's outstanding. So it's got me into collecting. And I've been getting a lot of my stuff mint in the package, from, I go figure hunting, Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, all the usual spots. I get stuff off Amazon, eBay, and I feel like when I get like several packages in one day, it's like an event when I open them all. So, instead of wasting the unpackagings, I figured why not record it and, give my thoughts on the figures. So, up first today, since we're about 10 days away from WrestleMania, and I just finally got my ticket, my first ever WrestleMania. I'm going because it's 10 minutes from my house, and I have no excuse not to go after being a wrestling fan all these years. So, why not review the WWE Champion, The Rock? There might be a little glare there. That's from that's a little bit better. That's from the television. TNA Impact is on in the background. Why, I don't know. Even though their product has been better lately, I just can't get into it. This is from Mattel's Survivor Series Heritage line of figures. And turn the packaging over. The Rock's really the only one in the set that's kind of vintage or older, as I guess you could say. 1998. This figure was from, and everybody else is from the 2000s. I got this one via trade earlier this week. There you see The Rock in the package. 1998 was at that Survivor Series. It was the first time The Rock ever won the WWE Championship. Let's take this bad boy out of the box here. It's an event in the happening. Ooh, hangnail. What the hell is that all about? Live on living television, you get to see me open The Rock. There you see The Rock out of the package. Well, he's still in his plastic bubble, but there you see him. Hopefully you can get a good look at him here. I'm just doing this on my iPhone. I don't really have a lot of fancy computer equipment, nor do I really want it. There you see The Rock with his long sideburns. It says The Rock across the tights. Bend over so you can see the Brahma Bull on his butt. It's got the raised eyebrow going on here. Kind of looks like his hair slicked back in the figure, which is one of the drawbacks I would say of this figure, as I never really remember The Rock to having slick back hair. He's always had more of like an afro when he's grown it out. I will say though that I really do like this figure, aside from the way the hair is presented. I mean, it's from the Attitude Era, so that's always cool to get a figure from the Attitude Era. It's a basic, it's got basic articulation, so it doesn't have the chest joint right here, which I really never understood anyway, to be honest with you. I understand why they do it. It just really doesn't do anything for me, and every time I move it, I feel like I'm going to snap the figure in half. There you can see on the back there, The Rock, very unique. He always had these openings in his boot from the circular part around the top, and then he always had that opening around the calf. So they captured that. These elbow pads do come off, but I'm not going to sit here and struggle with them. So if you want to, play with them, if you do stop motion animation, stuff like that, you can have them do the people's elbow. I apologize for looking over there. It just catches my eye every once in a while. It's just ridiculous that the former Abyss is now playing a goofy lawyer, and he's fighting some guy, Matt Morgan, that Vince McMahon didn't even want. And you know how Vince McMahon has a huge fetish for big oily guys, so it makes you wonder what's wrong with Matt Morgan. Anyway, back to the figure here. You see that since this is from 1998, there's no Samoan tribal tattoo going on over here, but he does have his customary Brahma Bull tattoo, which is really iconic, and it's really a trademark for The Rock. Overall, I would say that I'm pretty pleased with getting this figure. If I had to rate it, I would say overall on a likeness scale, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 from the neck down, and maybe like a 6.5 on the head, because this hairstyle really takes a lot away from the figure. I gotta say that. But that's my review of Survivor Series Heritage Mattel Basic The Rock. I have other figures in the package that I'm going to be reviewing in coming weeks. I finally got my hands on a friggin' Ryback. Those things are harder than finding I don't know. Think of something that's hard to find. I'm here to review figures, not come up with analogies. But I finally got one. I got an Antonio Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Ultimate Warrior, and there's a whole bunch of other figures underneath my my figure chair. It's where I keep them, so they're out of the way until I'm ready to open them up and review them. So this video is running almost 9 minutes now. You're probably tired of looking at my face and hearing my voice, but if you smell what The Rock is cooking, you'll like this video, and you'll subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you want to contact me on Twitter, I have no idea how to be fancy and add my Twitter handle underneath, but I'll give it to you. It's at Christian_973. Hope to hear from you soon, and take care, guys, until the next figure review video. Goodbye.